Hello and welcome back to Misery Loves Mandy, where comedians talk about miserable moments and whether or not they made them into jokes. This week's guest is Usama Siddiquee. He's visiting from New York for the Netflix is a Joke Festival. Make sure to check out his show this Saturday, the 11th. I'll put all of the links below. We got wild. We got into some sex shit before Patreon. More sex shit in Patreon. He knows the topics I like talking about. His embarrassing stories were great. Make sure to like and subscribe, share with a friend, and enjoy. We're ready. We're rolling.
Oh, hello.
We're going.
Which camera?
This is you, straight ahead. Can
What's
you
up?
see it?
I'm on Mandy. Welcome to Mango Bay, which is my podcast.
Plug away. We'll do plugs in the beginning. You've been doing your podcast for a while.
Yeah, it's forever. This thing never. This never ends. This trudge to the void. But it's. I mean, you also. How long have you been doing this?
This will be episode 93. So we're itching to 100. We're crawling. Feels like 10 years, but
I don't know who raised you, Mandy, but like you always have like you look very young, but your lexicon is from the 20s or whatever. You're like, it's a rootin' tootin' good time. I'm like, Mandy, you can't be in LA and say these things.
I do.
You do, right? I'm not out of line here.
I do wish I was from like the 50s.
Yes.
I listen to vinyls.
Yes, you are like you do the Charleston at the club. You know?
I'm like, if I can't be a housewife and wear a dress, I'll tell dick jokes.
Yeah, you have like some old energy, old vibes a little bit.
Cool, thanks. I like it.
Wait, so this is a podcast about embarrassing moments? Or like shit?
Yeah. So I always say
guide me on this. I don't even know where to go.
I always say that the reason I do podcast, the reason I do podcast is because I like it and I need money and I don't want a boss. The reason I do stand up is because I feel like we all got into it because we embarrassed ourselves since little kids.
Oh, yeah.
And teenage and worse and worse and worse.
Of course, there's like certain moments, touchstones in our lives that no matter how good our life gets, we look back at this moment as like this complete shitty black hole that you'll never get over. No therapy can let you get over these couple of moments.
No.
I have a couple of those, and I routinely think about them.
And that is why.
And it just, I'll be like middle of sex and be like, oh yeah, oh, the time I didn't give a donut to my teacher and gave it to everybody else. And she was waiting for a donut, had a napkin on her table, and I just didn't know that she wanted one, so I just didn't give her one. Oh my God, I'm sorry, Miss Jordan. I'm so sorry.
That isn't exactly one of those thoughts that you're like,
why didn't I just give her one?
My whole life has been trying to train myself from saying, they're not thinking about it anymore. You're the only one harping on this.
No, Miss Jordan's still there. She's still like, that little brown bitch. All I wanted was a cruller even. I feel so bad. I still feel bad.
Oh, maybe is she? Can you just find her house and just knock on the door?
Bring her back up 90,000 donuts. Put it right there. I'm sorry about that last.
You end up giving her diabetes.
She dies. But at her deathbed, I lay one donut on her head.
Oh my God.
This is for you. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, so those moments.
So bad.
So that's what I made it about. Is the miserable moments.
It's great.
We made into jokes. But then the funny thing is, like what I do with this segment is, it's fun to think about one moment that you did make into a joke, but then we always have those ones that like just either turn into therapy sessions or is too gross. Like it just doesn't work on stage.
Yes.
I know they say everything could work, but like some things.
No. Some things, and I've one for both ends.
Okay.
Yeah. Wink. No, because you're right. Some jokes, you've tried these jokes like middle of the set, beginning of the set, end of the set, after you're hanging out with them post set, and it just keeps bombing, and you're like, I guess this is too traumatic for anybody because I'm over it, right?
Yeah.
You're over it. That's why you're joking about it.
You're done.
But then every time you say it, people like,
yeah.
It's just what the joke I have right now that's doing that is the segment. Is that the segment?
We can do it. Oh, we do the weekly wiener first.
Let's do it.
Okay,
I'm with you.
All right. It doesn't.
So tune in. Tune in later.
Yeah.
Whenever you need it. I'm for segments nowadays.
Okay.
I after 10 years listening to podcasts now. So what you do is over.
Yeah.
That over. So whatever you need for structure, I'm about. I like structure now. As you get older, it's all about segments.
Oh, segments, that to-do list. Sometimes though, on your podcast, it is so hard. When I'm really into a good conversation, I'm like, I don't want to fucking cut this off to be like, so what bugged you this week? I don't want to stop these are the podcasts that go 2 hours.
Because it's what's bugging me was the story of me getting molested that I was talking about until you just interrupted me. But I guess Mondays suck. And my uncle.
That's the exact thing too. You're having this solid, legitimate conversation, and then you're like, "But my segment."
There is a happy medium between what you do and what bugs you. There's a perfect middle ground.
Yeah. You gotta find it. But the first segment is the weekly wiener, and that is who touched you. That is
love you still, Uncle Larry. Also, you have to have an orgy of a picture. Everyone talks about that, right?
It's Matt. Okay. I wanted the squirrel there, and he wanted the orgy pic.
MC Escher orgy, the Mark Herring. Anyway, that's great.
Oh man. Okay, so the weekly wiener is something or someone that bugged you more than it should have.
Okay, you don't have a theme song for this part?
I used to put up a pop-up and a music thing and a wiener trophy.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Oh, I'll do it.
Yeah,
okay.
I want that.
All right.
Okay.
This is the weekly wiener.
Bow-dum-boo, wiener, because you're a fucking loser. Okay, cool. Okay, love it. Something or someone. What did we just talk about a second ago?
You had it.
We were talking about our Patreons, right?
Yeah.
As a podcast producer and maker, it's you want to make money off this, and if you like what you hear, ideally you give a little bit per month to enjoy this. It's not even crazy. Not even crazy. And we don't even do ads like that, where it's we're just doing Adam and Eve, dildos. We're just giving you what we like, and it's good, right? So pay a little bit. Mm-hmm. What I hate about Patreon is that they always notify you when someone leaves. And it's just so dark because it's the goofiest nickname and then be Jack Off 95. Cancel the membership. Period. With the period at the end?
Yeah, it's very harsh.
Patreon, can you just hit us with it's okay. You're doing great, but some loser. We're not gonna say who. But they hit you with the cancel membership. I just think that it's don't cancel ever.
Yeah, don't just forget about it for the rest of your life.
Dude, you are literally going to pay $5. You're paying $5 for Brain Drain or something for some app on Apple, right? You have all those subscriptions Repost Plus or Face Change.
Face Change.
If you're paying money for Face Change and you get off my membership, I will find you and kill you. You know what I'm saying? You have a membership to filters galore. Annual membership, and then you don't pay $5 for an artist trying to make something beautiful.
That's so messed up because we need it.
Yeah.
It's not we want it.
Mark Zuckerberg owns Face Flop or Top. Face Flop. And Mike Zuckerberg owns it. You're just giving Zuckerberg more money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He owns all the apps.
He owns all the apps.
He doesn't need the money.
I'm pretty sure, I don't know how exactly it works, but I'm pretty sure if you give an app to App Store, they get a part of the app money.
Definitely.
Yes?
So we're paying him.
We're literally paying him to go and all I want is a little bit of your money so I can continue this thing and not have to go back to my parents. Mm-hmm. You know? I that really grinds my gears. And I was thinking about it today, actually.
Yeah.
Mondays when we post, and I was just that's when I get really anal about all the stats. And it's dude, I wasn't 5 years old. I wanted to do comedy. I wanted to do comedies, stand up. I wasn't ooh, I hope I can look at stats of follower counts. I hope I can read graphs about how popular I am. You know what I want to do? I want to do metrics when I get older. I want to learn Adobe Premiere and edit everything. Like, this is not what we wanted.
No, we're doing so many other things. So many other things. I talk about that all the time. You know another fucked up thing about Patreon?
What's that?
Is so they have this feature, which is rude. It is rude, is where you can only hide how much money and followers you have if you have over a certain amount. So, like, I can't.
I did not know that.
I told my mom how much I was making. I was excited.
Yes.
And then she was like, can you, like, hide that?
Yeah.
So, like, maybe they think you make more? And I was like, no. So I looked all into it. And no, you have to have how
much is it?
I forgot, but it was not what I have. So everyone can go on my Patreon, see exactly how many members I have.
And she's working on it. And so am I. I'm also not super proud of how much Patreon I have. We're doing it for way too long for a little bit. But it's like I love doing it with my friend, my best boy. And we have such a good time. But it's so weird, like, having such a great time on a podcast and being like, man, this is 5 people can listen to this. 3 of whom probably are my exes who want to hear something that I've said that might slip up. You know those podcasts where you just where like nobody listens to it and then you say the weirdest thing about your ex and then she's like, I heard it.
Yeah.
How did you? Nobody heard it.
Yeah.
Except you.
Girls lurk podcasts.
They be lurking pods.
Because they can find you're loose. You're
literally
loose
recently banging and then before we bang, she's like, so I listen to your podcast and I just want to talk about this. Like she was like holding back before she went in, just a couple of different things she had like in the court of law, and I was like, babe, it's just a podcast. It's just a pod. But it really is like it's a conversation, but it's a heightened conversation. So people listening to it don't really think about it like it's a heightened conversation where we're trying to create wild stories or interesting interesting moments. They just hear you talking and think it's just
exactly.
It's just what it is. Like exactly
real.
The truth. Did you really bang that dog on your birthday? Like, no. Yes. No. You know what I'm saying? Like, can I just... But stand-up is so immediate. It sounds so immediate that it sounds like confessions, right?
Yep. So we're fucked.
Listen, you're doing great in your Patreon. I mean, your Patreon. You're doing great.
I'm happy. Okay. It's growing. But that is like what you said when 5 people listen. And I have so much fun, too. I'll be like... This is such good content. Like, I feel so confident with it. And I'm like, I want people to hear this. Yes. So you're like, please, like, I know I'm asking for money, but, like, it is, like, crazy-ass stories.
It is. It's very fun. And then you do one clip of, like, Billie Eilish is lame, and then it goes, like, viral. And you're like, this wasn't even my favorite part.
I did a clip about Willy Wonka movie hating it. It went, like, did really well. And I'm like... I could care less.
I could give a fuck.
I'm like, ugh.
It's this hot take economy. It's this thing of like, do you have a take? How recent is it? And is it mean enough? And is it hurt enough people? Gene Wilder was a pedophile. You're like, now we're talking.
Yeah.
And he wasn't. Maybe. I don't know, actually.
I don't think so.
I don't know. But I mean, he played that role, Willy Wonka, so well. You got to wonder sometimes.
Or did he become one after? Like some Batman shit.
Chicken or egg. Yes. You played it so well, you became a pedophile.
Yeah.
Oh my God. They don't talk about that for method. It's the opposite of method. It's like act something so good, you become what you're.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Like the guy that did Elvis. How he kept his Elvis.
Oh, Austin Butler?
Yeah, Austin Butler.
What did he do?
After Elvis, he kept the accent.
Whoa.
For a while.
You couldn't get out of it.
But like he was denying it and saying that was his original voice.
Okay, yeah, right.
But he was like just trying. I think he felt cool with it, and he tried to make it his, but it was Elvis's voice. I
think Vanessa Hudgens just liked it a lot or something, and so he, because they used to date.
Yeah, now he's dating another hot.
Yeah, he's a hot guy.
Yeah, he's a pretty boy.
I think Vanessa Hudgens might be the most attractive woman on earth.
I've seen her in person once, and she was beautiful.
She's hot, right?
Yeah. She held up.
But you know what? I hate that grinds my gears. We're going to grind my gears. Like we're so hot, and you're so obviously hot. You're so obviously just like a sexual, like divine goddess. And then you have Disney energy. You're like, hey, I'm just a little girl who's sings. It's like, you're also a sex symbol.
Yeah.
You're hot. Let us be like the cute. Don't take our cute shit and be the hottest person on earth.
Yeah, you can't do that. But that's what they want, though, because they want their next phase. They know what they're little horny kids watching. They're all horny little kids.
They are horny. Listen, I was myself. I watched High School Musical for the wrong reasons, if you know what I mean. We're all in this together.
That's so funny. My wiener is something I thought of this morning.
Same here. Same here.
So mine is when you I get really frustrated when I like mildly hurt myself. Like this morning, like right before you got here, I always floss before each episode.
Wait, why?
I just like it just gives me confidence. Like there's nothing in my teeth. I floss before each stand-up show too.
Really?
Yeah.
What if you have 2 shows in one night?
No, before I go out.
Okay, because that is crazy in a bar.
It's not like an OCD thing.
You look great. You know, some girl coming out of the bathroom.
No, this morning, I cut my lip with the floss stick.
Oh my! Oh wait, you used the floss stick?
Yeah.
What happened? I don't see it.
It was like in here.
You okay?
It was bleeding.
Okay, Jesus.
And then I hit the cabinet and tore up my knuckles.
Got it.
So I'm like, what am...
You're just having dementia? Like, you're just early onset dementia? And then I forgot my mom's name. What's going on here? Anyway.
And I get so annoyed and I hurt myself because I'm like, hey, how about just chill? Like, just how about take your time?
You know what's interesting? Do you have a cathartic curse word? Do you like say fuck after that happens? Or do you just go...
I think it's more of the like, well, today what did I do today? I think I'm like, you fucking idiot. I think I was like, just when the second time and the 5-minute block was like, you fucking idiot. It's like, just stop, just chill.
Wait, you did this up in today as well. So
it
2
was
things.
The floss and then right after my perfume cabinet.
Yo, I hate that.
But
you know what's also the worst is that little area right here.
The funny bone.
The funny bone. Why do they call it the funny bone? It's not fun. It's not funny at all. When you hit that, it's like this weird ringing. Like there's it's just the weirdest pain.
Yeah.
No other pain feels like that pain.
It really hurts.
I hate that shit.
I hate that shit.
You know, and I was bony as fuck for a long time. So I was like, I had elbows in my lower back type shit, you know? I was like bony. And so I would just always be hitting shit. Because I was just like a little like Connects object. Flying around. Remember Connects? Is that a dated reference?
Yeah, no, I get it.
You got what I'm talking about?
I got it.
How old are you? Are you
33.
Oh, yeah, I'm 33 too.
Look at that.
When's your birthday?
June 7th.
Okay.
90, baby.
90. Oh, so I'm 91. I'm March 22nd.
Whoa. MILF over here. Watch out.
Your favorite show was Clarissa Explains It All, huh?
No. What was my favorite
Alex
show?
Mack. I'm talking like old shows.
Not that either. What the hell did I watch? I love
SpongeBob?
I love SpongeBob.
It's the best show of all time.
Yeah. The Krusty Krab pizza.
Is the pizza for you and me?
Oh, fuck yeah. Art. That's my favorite.
Another wiener thing. I've really been, maybe this is LA thing or whatever. I really hate, because you don't have any of this, but that Gen Z where like arrogance and meanness is like Slay Queen vibes.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm talking
turned
about?
bullying
into something sexy.
Yeah.
And they brought back like low top pants. So it's like going back to the 90s of like, you better have the flattest stomach on planet Earth.
Yes.
You better do ketamine every day. And you better say fuck you to the waiter. Because you're slaying, queen.
And don't fuck. They don't
and
fuck.
Don't fuck.
And they don't fuck.
So the idea of fucking or something, but don't fuck. Is that why everyone wearing like baggy ass jeans? Because they're like, I don't have a butt anymore.
Yeah, they're like,
I'm a sexless object. I'm a homeless. Everyone just say homeless. I'm a homeless, sexless. I'm a trash can.
Yeah, Gen Z they're very confused because they're trying to rebrand, but they don't know what they're doing.
You know what it is? I think it's because they're growing up in a too visible world. Mm-hmm. Like they're just too visible. Like
sure.
When you're going through puberty, you should be in a box in a straitjacket for a year, and then they let you out. Like, are you good? You're gonna be a piece of shit to everybody. Puberty you should be sent away for a year when you're going through puberty. But now, because this is the first generation where the puberty people are going through puberty on screen.
Oh.
So now, literally, these people are too visible. You have to be like, you have to have time to be anonymous. You have to have time to not be like looked at. And these kids don't have that. So now they're just really thrust into this world of like, fuck you, how about you? They're just not ready to be like, like seen.
I think that's definitely why.
And it's like, I just really get angry at that. It really irks me, that sort of toxic meanness that seems to be like lauded. Like, like you're doing you. You're not doing you.
Yeah.
You're calling this waiter a loser. And it's like, I just think it's all the negative 80s stuff is coming back in a way.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
losers and there's like hot people.
Mohawks might come. That might
come. Rape might be back. Who
Oh
knows?
yeah, we'll see.
We'll see. It's the 80s. I mean, it's just I don't like the negativity sometimes, man.
No, I like being a millennial.
Yes.
I feel like we got the perfect middle of technology,
Right.
no technology.
Because we know a life without it.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Loved it.
We had VCRs.
Ah.
Blow on the cartridge before putting it in the games, right? Come on. Walking. Remember walking?
Whoa.
Whoa. So it was there, and then we slowly started, like, you could see. I remember one time we had the iPad, or the iPod Nano. iPod to iPod Nano was like, are we in heaven?
It was so cool.
Remember that? I think it was
cool.
middle school or something like that. It went from iPod to iPod Nano, and we were like, okay, I think we're gods. I think we're all gods now. And then it went from like with the first iPhone that came out, and you're like, I'm gonna touch a screen, and then something happened. I'm gonna come. I'm coming, right? It was just everything was so wild to us. Now it's all been done. So all the rollouts and the first new shit and it's all been done now.
Yeah, I don't know what more they can do.
It's like AI, I guess, is the new thing.
Yeah.
But like before that, it was just like, and then there was years of everyone was like, yeah, what? Sorry, yeah, 8 billion songs on my phone, fuck you. But you don't realize how insane like that first like iPod was when you're just like putting music on you're walking out.
I loved
Remember
it.
that?
With LimeWire, I think that was it.
LimeWire.
Yeah.
Remember that? You were just throwing.
Downloading shit.
You were like a cybernetic. Everyone was IT back then. Everyone was Indian back then. We were all IT gods back then. Torrenting, remember that? Remember?
Yeah.
Pirate Bay?
Movies. I had Pirate Bay.
Pirate Bay, man.
So many movies. When that ended, I was so upset.
I don't know what to do. I just went outside and watched trees grow. I was like, I don't even know how to watch shit anymore.
Oh.
Yeah, they got fucking destroyed.
Yeah.
Again, the corporations got to them, and I guess we were stealing stuff. Apparently, technically.
guess.
Technically, okay, all right.
Hey, but you know what? We went to movies more back then with the stolen movies than we go to movies now.
Dude, you are so fucking correct.
So they needed to chill.
You're right. We would see the movie online. Then we'd see the movie in real life. We'd be like, no, that was so good. I'm going to see it in real life.
Good. Yeah, I'd still go to the movies.
It was torrenting was just an ad website. It was just ads. And you'd see it and you'd actually engage in the thing afterwards.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. I miss those eras. And then everyone was nicer, I feel like. I don't know. Maybe we're just the old people now. We're like, everyone was nicer back then. I'm pretty sure the word chink was in the 50s, Dad.
Yeah, it was really bad. I think every other generation was like really bad, good, really bad.
Yes,
Actually, really bad, okay.
Yeah.
Really bad, okay.
And I think Gen Z this is what really grinds my gears now. I'm definitely it's my annoyance is that why can't y'all be nice? What is so wrong about being nice? Why is being nice now this stupid thing? Not to everybody, obviously, but I'm just saying there's like a weird culture that's like kind of on TikTok and Instagram of like, she's doing her. She is the moment. She is the moment. And it's her literally like pushing someone over and like walking over him like as what? She's the moment.
That is awful.
It's awful. I mean, it's just like I don't know.
I would hate to be a teacher these days.
Yo, I've heard stories.
Really?
Of like they take all their phones away, right? Like it's a fucking Chappelle concert, they take all their phones away. They put them in the sleeve with the thing, and these kids are just like, jittery and crazy, and they're like going through withdrawals, like rabies is coming. I have to check, and it's just like, dude. And now apparently with teachers, it's like more dangerous because now all the parents are paying so much for these schools that they want them to get A's, and like if I'm paying this much, you better give me an A.
Yeah.
Paying so much, you better do this for my kid. And now the teachers are like, no, I'm trying to make sure he learns, but it doesn't matter because I paid this too much money for you to just not give my kid an A.
I did hear that teachers these days are too scared to give bad grades.
Yes.
Or like to fail anybody.
Yes.
When like, I almost failed like a bunch of shit.
Bro, I was getting
like I had to make up a few classes in high school.
Yeah.
My senior year sucked. Yeah, did I pay for it later?
I think I got beat in high school. I'm pretty sure my teachers beat me. That's my era. Anyone else? I'm pretty sure I got beat.
Just my parents.
Yeah, you're Italian, right?
Yeah.
Italians and brown people, the same. We're still the same. both beat our kids.
Got that flip flop sometimes. When my mom took that shoe off, fuck.
My mom was on one always. She used to like throw balls of dough at me. Like she was crazy. She was a ranged warrior. She was melee, close range, mid. She was LeBron basically, just like range from the outside. Can go for a quick in the paint. Dude, she's crazy, man. Italian moms too, though, right?
Well, that side isn't Italian. So she wasn't crazy.
Oh, gotcha.
The flip flop was a good threat. the flip flop, but you didn't want to see that flop come off. That's a Florida shit.
You grew up in Florida?
Yeah.
With older brothers?
Younger brother.
Younger brother.
So yes. I was the mean one.
Got you. Where's he at right now? Therapy.
Florida. Yeah. I told him he should, and I told him it's partly my fault.
Me, I definitely probably fucked up my brother a little bit.
Are they younger as well?
I got a middle child.
Oh,
so
damn.
I got an older brother and a younger brother. And it's only been now. Younger brother and me were very close growing up. Older brother was a menace. I mean, WWE method. He would like, speaking of embarrassing moments, he would like, every time I was taking a shit, he would pick the lock of the door, open it, and take pictures of me.
That is fucked up.
And now I can't tell a girl I love her. You know what I'm saying? That's what happens. And he would like start taking pictures like, ha, you're naked. I'm like, oh.
There's nothing you can do.
No, I literally the most vulnerable is when your pants are on your ankles and you're like, ah. You take pictures and he'd be like, he'd call it fade away. He'd be like, fade away.
What?
Fade away. That's because you'd be walking up back and taking pictures.
Oh, yeah. Being an older sibling, you have to be just mean because we didn't want you. We wanted to be the star.
It's a star. And then partly also, like, y'all don't even realize how much trauma y'all are committing. So y'all are like, yeah, I just kicked him and then stabbed him. Big sister vibes. But for us, this is your Hitler.
Yeah.
You're Hitler to us. It's such a weird thing. It's such a weird thing because you really don't realize the trauma that you're inflicting.
So bad.
The same way I didn't realize the trauma I was inflicting my little brother. I would just casually abuse him. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's there needs to be like literally laws against older sisters and brothers, like being in the same house or something. Like it's just so brutal sometimes.
Although everyone's like, you can't have a single kid because it'll be weird not growing up with a sibling.
Yes.
You mean they won't be tortured?
Yeah. You're you're right. Like we have to have another kid so that you get your ass whooped every day. I think my parents had me just so they could whoop me, like, because they had Noel, my big brother Noel, and he was such a menace that I think they were like, you know what? They didn't beat him at the time because there was like new parents. Then they're like, you know what? Fuck this. Let's Noel's beatings will rollover beatings from Noel got to me, so I got Noel's beatings on my face. Then I got my beatings on my face. Then my little brother, smart fucker, my mom was about to beat him one time in the beginning of the beating cycle of his life. And he did this thing. I saw it happen. He got hit. My mom hit him. And he kind of looked back. He like held it. Looked back. He's like, hit me again. I like that shit. And he like tried to look turned on. And my mom was like, what the fuck? And then stopped doing it.
Brilliant.
Arnab, my little brother was, I don't know if it was brilliant or if he actually was going to become like Albert Fish or whatever. But he was like, hit me again, bitch.
Oh my God.
I'm fucking hurt right now. And my mom was like, and he escaped the years of beatings. So only I got beat in my life. Only I got beat. I swear to God.
Oh my
so
God.
Brutal.
It's really funny. Damn.
Now, if he was volitional about it, that's amazing to be that genius. I'll make my mom a pervert at 5 years old. Like she knew that. And then, or he was just like on the way to becoming part of that picture or whatever.
Yeah, something was going on in there.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Crazy.
Oh, shit. Well, I'm excited to hear your stories.
Yeah, so what are we doing? We're doing
You can start with whatever one you feel pleased about.
We'll do. And this is maybe a bit I've done as well, right? Got you. I think after you like when you're fucking, right? After you come as a man, people talk about post-cum clarity. They don't talk about post-nut retardation a little bit. Because you become dumb. So the stuff you say after you fuck are super dumb things. And you don't even realize it sometimes. Sometimes a girl will call you out, right? So this girl, I remember she was sucking my dick, right? And then I was like, this is great. I come. And then without even thinking, I'm like, oh, that was bonkers. And then I swear to God, she's like, bonkers? I'm like, what? You see what I'm saying? I was like, what?
I would have been so confused.
It was so, because I was so like relaxed and done. You don't think about what you're saying, so you're just yourself. And I'm like, oh, that was bonkers.
Oh my God.
She was like, what the fuck? She like literally did not come back. That was over.
That was the last time you saw her?
Last time I saw her.
Oh,
it was so weird to her. But she wasn't a nice person. It was like, you know those people you date and you're like, I want to fuck you, but you're so not nice. So it's like, I'll just figure out how to deal with you until we fuck, and then I'll figure it out.
Hey, now if like you want to get rid of someone, just say that.
What?
On purpose. That was bonkers.
Now I know how to alienate women in my life. But it was so embarrassing. I was like, what? I didn't mean. I was so flabbergasted is the word. Like, I didn't know. You know? And so I'm wondering if like that's ever happened where like you're like after sex, someone's been like said the weirdest shit. Bonkers. Oh my God.
I feel like that's when like a guy would be like, I love you.
Yeah,
and then totally regret it.
Oh my God. I love yous.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I think I've been there before too. I remember one time I was fucking and I called her like baby, but she hated that. Mm-hmm. She was like, what the fuck? No, I have a boyfriend. I'm like, what? Found out she was dating. Found out this girl was dating somebody inside her when I called her baby while fucking. And she was like, I have a boyfriend. I'm like, what? What?
I'm
like,
not your baby. I'm someone else's baby, you
I
fucker.
have a kid and a life. I'm like, this was not ever mentioned.
Oh my God, did you finish?
Let's just say that I'm working on it. I'm also in therapy. Yeah, many embarrassing things I've said. Like, obviously, all these comics talk about dirty talk during bed, how they're bad at it. Sure, fine. But I'm just really, I feel like after after it's done, like sex is done, I just really be saying the stupidest things to the point where girls are just like really like, what? Maybe they get to my true personality.
Yeah.
There's no more come to stop me from being who I am.
Yeah.
Right?
Or the thought of sex.
The thought of sex is gone.
All the blockage.
So now all that blockage is literally unblocked, literally drained out, and I'm just like, so I like anime. And they're like, what?
So girls, if you're listening and you want to move in with your boyfriend, you want to get engaged, anything, start being official. Just wait till after he comes.
Yes.
And then ask the question.
Imagine, right?
Yeah.
You meet somebody in India, right? And like it's an arranged marriage, and he's hot. And he's like awesome, and looks good, body, and you're like so excited to marry him and then consummate it. And then you're at the wedding and you're just like doing like the little veil thing, and you're like, and he's doing the little, you know, and you're just vibing, right? You're like, oh, this could be the rest of my life. Nice. Then the wedding's great. You eat, you have a good time, you dance a little bit, and you're like, I can't wait. Finally, the night's over. Everyone's going home. You finally go to your wedding chamber. You have some amazing sex. It's the most incredible, mind-blowing, stars in your eyes. And then he comes and it's like inside you. And you're like, oh, nothing could ruin this moment. And then he's like, that was the bee's knees. And you're like,
hey, well, if you said that to me, I might have liked it.
Right, because you're like, oh, that's what I would say. I was going to call it the cat's meow, actually.
Oh, the cat's meow. Even better.
And then that's how I felt. Like the idea of like, everything was so perfect. And then he's like, first night comes, that was bonkers. She's like, I want a divorce. That was, you know?
Oh my God.
So yeah, that was embarrassing. And I feel like as a PSA, like, hey, listen, after sex, we should all be able to be as weird as possible. Say your weirdest shit. The sex is done now. Now all that build up the date, all that stuff is done. And now we're here finally, cummed out. Ideally, the woman comes too. Never happens. I think it's a hoax. I don't think it exists. But we lay there. Now we're like real people. Now we're hanging out finally. And that's what I love, when the energy's real. But it can get embarrassing when you're not open to that sort of thing. And my truth.
It just comes out. So some guys just go in the shower. They're like, let me say it in here.
Yeah.
Like, let me just.
Yeah. He's like yelling. He's like, why are you whispering bonkers in there? Bonkers. It's so bonkers. Anyway.
Yeah, I don't think women do that. I think that's
I think y'all are way sleeker in all senses. I think y'all just are more visually aware of how y'all look and how y'all are presenting. So even when y'all come, I think y'all are like, you're trying to make sure it's not like, you're trying to make sure it's not like a donkey sound, right? Like,
no, yeah.
That's my take.
I think also our cum isn't as aggressive as a guy's, to where it's like a guy shoots and then it's like, let me yell something. Like a girl's just like, yay.
Yay.
Happened.
We did it.
Go team.
I do have a joke about like how male sex terms are way more aggressive than female sex terms. Exactly. Same thing. It's exactly the concept of like, oh. And to the point where if a dude doesn't come with aggression, you kind of get a little sad.
Or you're like, did he fake it?
Did he fake it?
Let me get this.
Let me
check this shit.
Let me see how she's. Yeah, because y'all, for all the woke that we are, it's like we need men to come in a manly, intense way to feel us. You all know that y'all did a good job or something. Because if a guy comes like, oh, you'd be like, I didn't like that sex. I didn't like that. I didn't feel like that I did my thing. Interesting.
Yeah, I have a whole joke about how when a guy doesn't come, it's the most devastating thing in the world.
Yeah.
Like how he has to be cheating. He's not like thinking of someone else. He doesn't like me anymore. Like it's such a wild difference.
We're not allowed to ever be tired with y'all.
No.
You have to be ready to go. And if we're tired, it's because we were banging someone else. Oh, because you were fucking the milkmaid, huh?
Yeah, and if we come on to you and make the move and you deny us once, we'll never make the move again. Now it's all you forever, buddy. Oh.
Woo me then. Oh, my God. There's been times, and this is the part of Me Too they don't talk about, is where I'm fucking against my will. You know what I'm saying? Not really, but like, okay, all right, where's that Me Too conversation?
That's
not necessarily assault. Yeah, it's 2027. It's not assault, but it's not, I'm not down for it.
Yeah.
It's the sort of, it's like when your boss tells you to come in on Saturday. It's like
you do work there.
Yeah.
But.
And it's technically the weekend. Yeah. Can I not? It'd be nice if you did. That's a lot of fucks too. Like I'm fucking my girlfriend because she has to. Because I have to, you know? Anyway.
Yeah, I don't know. If you made like a pros and cons list of like sex,
yes,
I think it would be more equal than you would think.
Yes.
Because like the girls not coming is one we always joke about.
Yes.
But then there's guys doing all of the work.
Yeah.
Guys have to come. Guys have to get hard.
Yes.
And then really, like, I think, like, you guys, it's pretty, the not coming makes up for 3, though.
Yes,
I think that makes up for, like,
if you
I think we're pretty equal.
Not coming is pretty sad.
Yeah.
It is pretty sad. And I've had girls be like, that was amazing after not coming, and be like, that can't have been amazing. Because I didn't make you have the best part of it. But I have no ego. I'm always like, listen, if you need anything, I will call the Japanese engineers myself. Can you make one for Sally, Mr. Hitachi, please? Hitachi-san. Hitachi-san, please.
But sex, like, I don't think she's lying. I feel like sex for a woman without coming is like when you go to a restaurant and you order a $20 burger and it doesn't come with fries.
It's a great burger.
Great burger.
But if I had the fries. That's funny. Is that a joke you do?
I just came up with that.
Hilarious. I would do it.
Write it down.
Do it. Lock it in. Patreon. You're getting Patreon stuff in the real episode
I know.
right now.
And you guys got that 3 weeks ago. We did it.
Wow.
Josh Potter's like, I'm gonna give stuff we were drunk. He's like, this is for free. I'm gonna give
I love Josh Potter.
Yeah, he was like, I'm gonna give you guys some good shit for free. We talked about fisting and putting frozen grapes up your pussy.
I've had that.
Fisting?
Well, I've been almost fisted. On the way. This girl was trying to, and I was like, what are you doing?
Holy shit.
She tried to put in like more. I did not like it. I passed out, actually. More free Patreon. Fuck you, actually.
Oh, wait, yeah. We'll save this.
You know what? More on that.
on Patreon. Don't unsubscribe.
Come on down. Hey! Fisting.
I mean, just my Patreon logo, like Popeye.
Yeah. Don't cancel your fucking membership.
Yeah, don't do it.
Jesus Christ.
Don't do it.
Please don't do it.
Yeah. So
amazing.
Sex gets pretty crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that much of a big deal. The other segment, or the wiener one, where the joke that doesn't work, is I do this joke about like I didn't jack off for the first 18 years of my life.
Wow, you made it pretty far.
Yeah, I almost had it. Almost won. Almost got to the finish line, but no dice. It was it was like I was Muslim. I was a very Muslim kid, so I didn't know. So I would get naked every night. This is a substitute for jacking off. I would get naked every night, go outside, wait for a stray breeze to come tickle me.
Wait, you really did this?
Yeah, I was turned on by wind. And it's very embarrassing because, and this is the joke I do is that I was turned on by wind, and I got friends now who are like, I got jacked off by 2 girls last night. I'm like, 2 girls? I was getting jacked off by Zeus, okay? Yeah. Yeah, my friends are like, are you on Hinge or Tinder? I'm like, I'm on AccuWeather mostly.
You would have loved Chicago.
You mean like the Playboy Mansion? Like a tornado's BDSM for me? I'm like, come here to Papa. Come here to Papa.
Wait, this doesn't work on stage, or you're still figuring it out?
So if it does work, it's like it has to be a great crowd. Mm-hmm. Because when I say I haven't jacked off for 18 years, for the first 18 years of my life, something about that is so like, what? They've stopped trusting me, and the weirder crowds are down.
Stop trusting.
They're like, I need to see some cum. I need to see some cum, buddy. 18 years. Maybe I gotta say that or something. But it's like maybe I gotta call it out. But people are always like just blown, like, what the fuck? What? One girl cried. She's like, what? So that was a weird thing of like I just didn't know what it was, and I think it's embarrassing when I say that, and people are like, what? And then I gotta do an uphill battle. Then the Zeus line kind of works, but it'll really work if they're down. But if that first line happens where they're like, then I have to do an uphill battle where I'm like a weirdo for 10 seconds before you hit me. I hit you with a joke or whatever. And I was like, dude, why can't we just say our shit? Like, our weird shit? Because that is weird. And look, like, your boy made up for lost time, okay? Don't worry. I went to Mount Olympus, if you know what I mean. You know?
Yeah, maybe just do like a whole backstory about how awkward it is as like a teenager and like how you grew up. Like
yes. Give more context.
I wonder how like my friend Holly does a really funny joke about how like when she was like, a teenager would like masturbate by leaning on like she was like right this or here right here. This would make me come. She's like this couch come.
Did you point at the stool or whatever?
We were sitting here and she was like this, and she's like if I would lean against this until I came. But that's like the things like we could relate to like doing. That's when you would do. I mean, usually like, most people were like 14, 15. But that's even funnier that it's so weird being 18 and doing that.
Yeah, I was in college. I was legitimate. I was in college before I jacked off. My friend was like taught me what it was. He was like, dude, you just gotta rub your dick and then it'll and then liquid will come out. I'm like, yeah, all right. If you explain jacking off to somebody who hasn't ever heard of it, it sounds so stupid.
Totally.
Yeah, you're gonna rub your dick until white juice comes out. Like you're like, that sounds so stupid. Last time I checked, I wasn't made of coconuts. Okay. So then I go home that night and I am like, okay, wait till everyone falls asleep, and I don't go outside that day. If you know what I mean. I don't do the wind. I don't windsturbate that day. I don't breeze-turbate that day. And I go to the family computer. It's the only one you had. Remember when you had to jack off on the family computer? It's the only one you had. Only one you had. No laptops back then.
Clear the cache.
Clear the cache. And my dad was IT, so he knew the cookies and stuff. He can go to the MS-DOS command prompt and be like, HTTPS : / Usama's dirty mind porn. Anyway, so I'm like, okay, how do I get to porn? I want to see some butts, right? So
the first thing
I type in butts.com, right? And this is back then when butts.com was a thing, and this is like, and there's a porn site, and then it's just like slowly loading the butts, and I'm like, I'm like just skeptically jacking. I'm like, yeah, right. Yeah, whoa. It was like I think I jacked her for like 13 years. It was like so much just backed up. It was just because my body had never done, And another embarrassing thing is that because I didn't jack off for 18 years, I would have wet dreams like every 2 days. Before.
I was going to say, like, what did your body do? Because once you hit puberty, were you getting boners?
Exactly, I was. So I was getting, and then I was like, because I wasn't jacking off, which is a natural, healthy thing.
Yeah.
I was just having wet dreams all the time. All the time. And it wouldn't matter what the dream was. It wouldn't be like some sexual. It would be like me like walking down the street, and then I wake up and come. I'm like,
your body's like, if you're not going to do it.
Yeah. It doesn't even have to be a sexy dream. Like, I'll give you a wet dream on anything. You'll be just sitting in a chair swinging. I'm like, you're coming now. Then I wake up, I gotta unpack that. I'm like, am I just turned on by like centrifugal force? Like what? It was so confusing, and so no matter what, all these priests and like are like, you can't masturbate. I'm like, where's it gonna go? Like, it has to go somewhere.
Yeah.
You know?
Are priests not allowed to masturbate?
No, yeah.
It's like nothing.
Nothing. Well, it's allowed to fuck a kid, actually.
Oh, okay. That's how, because they have to get it out somehow.
They've read something in the Bible. They're like, this means I can fuck a kid, I think.
Yeah. Can't get too backed up. Damn. First, though, I feel like being like a 90s kid, I'm surprised you Googled butts over boobs. 90s were all tits.
See, that's what I'm saying. It's like I was a little ahead of my time.
Yeah, because now it's butts over boobs.
Right.
But then it was boobs over butts.
And a lot of times the butts thing was an anti-black thing. Like, it's like, oh, we don't like butts because black women have big butts. And like if you had a big butt, you were seen as a little like maybe a little more like dangerous, like more hood. And then J-Lo and who else came out? J-Lo came out with a butt. And then Beyonce came out with a butt. I feel like J-Lo changed the game.
J-Lo changed the game.
J-Lo,
sure.
because she came with a big-ass butt. Yeah. Everyone's like,
okay.
What is going on there, right? Do you remember seeing J-Lo's butt and being like...
The green dress?
Yeah, that green dress changed every woman's life.
Changed everything.
Who was the girl that you wanted to be when you were a kid? Avril Lavigne?
I was going to say Avril Lavigne.
Boom!
I can't believe that you guessed that.
Because everything about you. Literally everything about you. That's like if you looked at my face and you'd be like, you're not white, right? I'm like, boom. Literally, that's the level.
I had the sideways spiked bell. I did it all.
You singing Complicated in your fucking room?
Oh, yeah. Life is so tough.
You wanted a skater boy?
All my boyfriends were in bands.
What's the main instrument?
Oh, I didn't have the lead. I had the bass, which is embarrassing to say.
Yeah.
And I went for the bass guy. That's like the...
Well, they're doing things.
It's something. I think if they weren't there, no one would notice. But
in the band.
Yeah, they were up there.
I also don't think that bass is required in music, and everyone's like telling me I'm a stupid idiot. No, you're so stupid.
Yeah.
Am I?
Take off their track and let's see.
Let's see if I'm still moving. I'm still moving. In fact, it's lighter now, the tune. I don't trust in bass. I don't think it's a requirement.
Yes, I'm not proud to say that part, but you know what? He was in the band.
I banged the guy who did this to the mics. You know?
I just slapped it.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You're a music classic. You're classic. Florida.
Yeah. I did all the right steps.
Yes. And then you're the white trash life a little bit.
Yeah, it was fun.
Okay.
Red Solo cups, drinking, blacking out, keg stands.
When's the first time you drank?
Oh my God, 15 was the best year of my life.
Okay. Florida 15 is it's a good year.
He had drinking.
Because y'all are just
boyfriend. I'm like, okay.
I rock.
This is cool.
What's the most embarrassing drinking story you have?
Well, definitely. Well, one scarring.
Okay.
There's a lot of the blacked out one. Though I think the most embarrassing. There's a lot.
Wow, it's throwing it her own question on her own podcast.
I said this one though before so I don't know if I want to say it again. But I'll just do the quick version. Yeah. I blacked out. I moved to Orlando to get my community college because I didn't do good in high school.
Okay.
And then I blacked out. I broke up with my boyfriend there that we were dating in high school.
Sure.
And then we're in Orlando now. We break up. I black out. Then I run, I think, over a mile barefoot, blacked out through a forest to his house.
Whoa.
And then hump his leg on the driveway. Like close and just like a hump, like, oh, let's get back. Just like kidding. Like it was like a crazy.
Is your ex?
Yeah. And I was like, let's get back together. And like my roommates had to find me in their car, and then they're like trying to pull me away from him. And like I have scars on my feet from that night, from like running barefoot through a forest.
You're sober now, right?
No.
Oh my God.
That's just like when your brain isn't developed and you're drinking a lot, the things you do are so
Crazy.
bad. Because you're like, I went to, oh my God, have you ever heard of Barney's Beanery out here?
Yeah.
I went.
Everyone loves that place.
Love it.
Yeah.
But now I know when not to go.
Yes.
Late at night on a weekend, I went with my friend Katie.
Whoa.
They were all like 19, 20, 21.
Crazy people.
They were so young.
Yeah.
And then just like that weird thought of seeing young people, I know they're all going to black out.
Yes.
And how their brains work. I'm like, I can't believe I did that.
That's great. I was so disgusting back then.
Oh, you don't know what.
Why does everyone love Barney's Beanery? It's like it's wild. It's an awesome place, but people love that place.
I mean, I don't love it that
much. Because there's been a couple of hot girls in my purview, like over the years. I've always been like, let's go to Barney's Beanery. What is so awesome about Barney's Beanery?
I think it's because it feels like it's a scummy dive bar, but it's not.
Aha! The idea of going with the peasants, but not really.
Yes. That's the thing.
Hot girls are like, what do normal people do?
Yeah, it's one of those.
What do you like? Like, what do you do?
Yeah, the clientele that's there is like, they're definitely have their parents' money.
100%.
But they're acting like they don't.
It's like a models' night out, and they wanna walk among. It's like the same way we go to like a Renaissance fair. They go to a poor people fair. Like, well, let's go see a pool table at a bar. Maybe Pac-Man's playing. I've heard that. Is that a thing?
I love Pac-Man.
Yeah, we're trashy. We grew up like trash people. Like I guess we became better looking as time went on.
Yeah, we got there.
But the ones who never had that era of like ugly are like, oh my God, a pool table at a bar? This is crazy. Meanwhile, our first bars were like in the darkest, dankest, so nobody could see us, areas.
It's so bad.
It's all fucking embarrassing.
Have you been to a Renaissance fair?
Yeah, once. Once. I was like, is it illegal to season these turkey legs? Because I know technically it's like, of the times, but this is ass.
Yeah.
I hate Renaissance fair turkey legs. Anyway. Are we going off the path right now? Should we go, is there a segment we have to go back into? I feel like I'm always...
We did all the segments.
Okay. We're chill.
Yeah,
okay.
We're chill. We're good.
I'm trying to think of one more like embarrassing thing that I did. Oh! Okay.
Ooh, drum roll.
This one's especially embarrassing.
Ooh, yay.
Okay. This happened in LA, actually. I think last time or the time before. With this girl, again, at Barney's Beanery.
So funny. Your type likes Barney's Beanery.
It's so weird. Isn't even my type, or is my type in LA?
Okay, yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like
it's
in
a
LA,
very big difference.
Right. LA, I might go into more of the dumb people. Let's be real. New York, I'm always like, are you like artists and cool people and good energy? I think LA, maybe I'm like, well, when in LA, become a stupid fuck.
I think it's always been.
But
it's not the LA people. It's the people that moved to LA.
100%. LA is awesome. It truly is an awesome place. So we're there. We're having a good time. We're vibing. I'm like, I'm fuck. You get that vibe. You're like, oh, this is going too well.
You can tell.
I think it's fuck time, right? So we go home to her place, right? And we had drank. It's Barney's. They're heavy pour. Heavy pour and then heavy pour, right? So then I get to her place and I'm like drunk and you know what happens. You can't get your dick up, blah, blah, blah. You've been there. Most people, 99% of women on earth are nice about it. They're like, okay, it's all good. Because most women know that if you just chill, it'll get there. You just got to wait up and get some foreplay going and it's back on and we're partying. But this woman, I don't know what it was. Maybe she never met a grower before or something like that. But listen, when our dicks are not tight and long, they don't look impressive when we're just pre-hard.
No, they're funny.
They're fun. They're cute. They couldn't do harm to nobody.
No.
That's what's been destroying women's lives?
Right?
That's cute. And then blood comes in. You're like, John. You're like, ah! That's hilarious.
Oh
That's hilarious, right? You're like,
it's like I'm watching watching the Jinx documentary, and he's an old guy, and they're like, "There's no way he could have killed anybody."
Yeah, he's a cute little flaccid man.
Yeah.
And then he's like, give him a glass of water. All of a sudden, the muscles start working. So I was like beyond flaccid. I was just not there, right? Then it's been so long since a person of that type has come into my life. You know what I'm saying? Because here's the thing: when you're a comic, right? But when you're growing up, right, you start with like women that match your confidence level because you're not good at pulling anybody above you, right? So everyone's like all scared. And again, they're beautiful people and they're all great, but everyone's a little nervous.
You're equal.
You're equal in like your confidence level and status and stuff. Then you start getting a little understanding and you start getting maybe out of your world league a little bit. And like people that maybe wouldn't have looked at you before, but now are looking at you. And then it's like you get a little older and you become 30 and then it's back to lower because now you kind of look ugly. So the women are losing, they're matching you.
And personalities a little bit more. a little bit more.
So now everyone's ugly but kind of fun. And then if you keep doing comedy, you're kind of getting bigger and your status is rising. As a man, anyway, I know women have.
You got your TV credits.
TV credits. What's up? All of a sudden, the women get hot again. So now you're older and the women are getting back to like that hot. And you forget how mean they can be, like the true hot, like the hot. Like we're talking not, people are beautiful. Many people are beautiful. But hot is a negative energy. Like, he's a hot girl who's mean. That person thrives in LA, that thrives in New York, where they get things because they're mean and I've stopped penalizing women for being mean because I guess if you're hot, 1,000 people trying to fuck you every second. So the mean is a way to literally save yourself from all the losers.
I guess so.
Fine.
Sure.
Okay. Whatever.
Have it.
Whatever. We'll give it to you. So we're back here and pants come off and then she looks at my dick and she's like, oh. I'm like, I'm flaccid.
Oh my God.
This is very embarrassing. This is truly embarrassing.
Oh.
And I'm like, hold on. I'm like, I'm not hard yet. She's like, listen, can we talk about this? She literally said that. She's like, can we talk about this? I'm like, no.
Oh my God. What do you want to talk about?
Right. So I was like, what? She's like, I'm not saying it's, I'm just like, can we talk about it? I'm like, and now I'm like, listen, my whole mind is like, I have to get hard because I have to fuck this person and show that I have a dick. But it's like, imagine you're being shit on for a flaccid dick, which is not impressive. And I'm just like, she's like, what is that?
But it's not like you're like, look at this.
I wasn't.
Check out this flaccid dick.
Right. You like this shit? I'm a workman. I know where it's. I gotta get the thing. I'm clocking in.
Yeah.
Right. So I have to like think of like, I don't even know, the hottest thing ever, like my grandma or something, and I have to like really lock in, like, almost like a yogi. Like I have to reach the highest level of, I have to find the horny, because she's really heckling my penis. And I'm like, okay, where is the hot? Yes, third grade. Miss Jordan. She wanted the donut, but I didn't have one. And she was so hot and angry. And then I finally get hard. And I fuck her. And she's like, that was amazing. And I'm like, wait. You were the reason this almost didn't happen.
That's all she had to say after all that?
After all that, she's like, you're amazing. That's incredible. I was just digging so nice. And I'm like, I hate you. Yeah. I hate you. I hate you. And then I left, and I'm seeing her tomorrow. So let's see what I literally am.
Oh, my God. Is your dick nervous?
JK. It is. It is.
Yeah.
And I'm a pretty confident guy. I'm 33. I've just been around so much and dated so much. I'm like, I'm okay with my body. I like my body. I like everything I got to give. I'm confident in my sex and ability. All that stuff is there. Like after years. And in one go, like it almost all got toppled down. I was so small that moment. I was like, what? Remember, if you heard it, you would have heard like, what? But wait. There's more. Yeah. I was Billy Mays, scared Billy Mays. But wait, there's more.
Oh my God.
And it was so brutal and so embarrassing. The next day, I texted her. I was like, hey, I had a good time. I didn't really push it. And then she hit me up. She's like, hey, can we get lunch or something? Can we get dinner? We got dinner that day. And she said, sorry. She's like, I don't know what happened, but
she did.
She was like, I felt so bad. I'm like, and I said, like, that was the meanest thing ever. I was like, I've never experienced a woman that mean. Is that who you are? Is that your style? Mm-hmm. Is that the kind of person you are? She's like, no. Of course she's not that. She's so cool. No, I'm amazing. I love it. I'm like, that was incredibly mean. That was incredibly disrespectful. Is that the kind of person you are? And I kind of maybe embarrassed her in a little bit. But I had to say, I was like, it was so bad. It was so negative. And at the end, we had great sex. It was like, all you have to do is wait for the dick to start, you know? And she was like, I'm so sorry. She said sorry. But who you are drunk is kind of very revealing.
It does.
Into who you are, right?
Just a little bit.
So that's the embarrassing story. Literally, a woman saw my dick and said, can we talk about this? I've been there. Okay?
Oh,
I'm not all cool and slick. I got moments of pure fear. The level I had to get to any hard, I feel like, release from this plane, achieve nirvana, return. Ah, yes. Spank bank retreat. So insane, dude. Seriously, so insane.
It's good that she said sorry.
I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
But my trust in her has been dispelled. And I am going to see her this week, I think. And I'll let you know what happens with this girl.
I want to know.
I'll even show you a picture after this. But it was so negative. Because she's hot. And she's like very cool and awesome. Mm-hmm. But then young, Gen Z, mean.
There's a lot going on.
Can we talk about this? That is a 10-year relationship in phrase. If your boyfriend can't get hard, 10 years in, can we talk about this? Then, yeah, let's talk about this. 10 years. You know, you're 35 comes deep in 10 years or whatever.
It's out of the ordinary.
Out of the ordinary.
But she was like, that's like getting in a race car and saying it's really slow before it has left the parking spot.
You're still in gear 1.
Yeah, bitch.
You're in gear 1.
Calm down.
It's a stick shift. Shift my stick. Shift my stick. That's all I'm asking. Can you shift my stick?
Oh, man.
Okay.
I'm very happy I don't have a dick.
Why? You know what? You're right. If periods weren't a thing, everything about being a woman is better.
No. There's good things about being a guy, but the pressure of a dick, like a penis.
What about it? Like it has to perform.
Yeah, that's too much.
It has to perform.
That's a lot.
It is on us to be everything. Everything. And oh God, to my fellas out there who like, to my dogs out there who on the streets out here hustling out here. You know, if a girl is not impressed with your penis, all you gotta do is have a spank bank scene you don't even use when you're jacking off. Because when we're jacking off, we use the same spank bank scene a lot. It reduces power, right?
Yeah, save this one.
Save this one for a rainy day. So you can make a rainy day. Basically, you have to save it because when that moment comes in where a girl's just like not having it and there's negative energy in the air and you have to lock into something especially hot, you want it to be very exciting and very new. You do not want classic, you know, that one time she gave you a handy at the bar and so now you're always using that. Because for us, when we're trying to get hard and we can't get hard, we have to use the most gnarly scene from our past. It's not cute shit like, that fireman one time who said I was pretty before he saved me from the fire. We have to use like depraved, like the one time I got my girl grabbed my balls at the DMV. It was so wrong, but it felt so right. We have to get evil with it. You don't realize the evil in our heads when we're fucking. It's so, the balancing act is crazy.
Oh my God. Oh, those are good.
Anyway.
Man, well, thank you for sharing those.
Yes, I'm done. Enough. You have enough for your podcast, Mandy? You do enough trauma for your podcast?
I think we do.
Okay. Jesus Christ. I'm crying.
I'm like, well, thanks for your time.
I'm like leaking piss and cum. Cancel my whole gig.
Oh my God. All right, well, what would you like to plug?
When's this coming out? It's probably
I know yours is on the 11th, right? Your show.
Day of? Yeah, day
but
of.
Like, I don't know. Is that your show's on a Wednesday?
No. My show's on Saturday. On the 11th. Is it coming out?
Today is Monday.
Yes.
I can put it out next.
Can you?
Yep.
On Saturday?
I could put it out this Wednesday.
Yeah?
Fuck, we'll skip some.
Okay. We would love to.
And then we'll put yours out.
I would love that. Thank you so much.
Of course.
I'm doing a Netflix show. My Netflix show is on Saturday, May 11th, 7 p.m. Hotel Cafe. Please come out. Got some Netflix people coming out. It's gonna be wild. It's gonna be very fun. Come out and have fun.
And your podcast again.
Mango Bay.
Yay!
Whoa! Welcome to Mango Bay. This was Mango Bay, by the way. My boy Pranav, we do a podcast called Mango Bay. It's at Your Mango Bay, and on YouTube as Mango Bay, BAE, by the way. Check it out.
All right, perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye.